Hey, welcome back again. Finally got a good pressure washer. We're gonna go ahead and get that transmission pressure washed, everything all swapped over, and get the bay all cleaned up and prepped for paint today. That will be done today. You will see that in this video, and this post will be posted today. Also, it's been a long time since this person's been on the channel. Some of y'all might know him, some of y'all might not, because I know there's a lot more now of subscribers than there was back then. But this is the car, if you can see it. Oh, and then we got someone messing it up. But it's a homie, Andrew. I know you all seen him before in the past. He used to have the Accord. We did some work on stuff like that. He's got that Accord that he used to have. And then this one. Actually, a lot of people be posting on the video the work that we did on this when we did the alternator and stuff on this. His B20 swapped, 4-door Teggy. He's done some stuff to it. Maybe we'll do more videos on this car later on. I know he's gonna be probably boosting it soon, and he should. All right, he says 2 weeks, so we'll keep track of that. But let's stop talking, because this isn't a talking channel. This is a car working channel. So I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse, and we're gonna get all this stuff cleaned up. This stuff in here is so caked on there, but this is better than it was. I'm all right with that. I'm gonna let it dry up and everything. And while it's doing that, I'll go ahead and get to this. I'm gonna throw the clutch on this and everything. Get the intakes pulled off and get this one off. Get that one put on here. I gotta put that crank pulley on here, and this engine pretty much ready to go. Then when that's dry, you can snap the trans on this and then start tearing into doing the base stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the mounts out of here, since we have all new mounts to replace it. Get things covered and out the way, so we can go ahead and get this ready to be cleaned up, and then we'll get this clean, pressure washed, and then get it prepped ready to start painting it, and then we'll start working on this stuff here. So let's get to it. One mount, two mount, three mount. There's no there. All right, so Andrew got those mounts popped off for me. Gotta get this AC condenser out, so we might go ahead and bust that out real quick. Get it out of the way, because that's no good, and I gotta replace it. So we're going to pull the AC condenser out, and then we'll go ahead and put this crank pulley over on this one, start pulling these intakes off and everything, get that clutch on this, and get the transmission mated to this, and then the engine will be ready to be put in the car. And then after that, we'll go ahead and pop off this front clip. Alright guys, so we got everything we need off of this F23. No longer need it, out of our way. What we're going to do now, we're going to put that crank pulley on. We went ahead and just pressure washed it real quick, so it wouldn't be so dirty. So Andrew's going to go ahead and pop that baby on there. We're going to tighten it up. And then we're going to put the intake on, which is somewhere around here, right there. We're going to go ahead and clean gaskets up after we get this one off. Put that intake over here, swap the fuel rail, all that stuff. Get the clutch on, and this engine will be good. And then we'll throw the transmission on after the clutch is on. And then this engine's pretty much ready to go back in the car. And then we'll get cracking on this front clip. Alright guys, so it's off. I'm going to go ahead and clean all the gaskets off and everything. Get the new one on there, and then get the old USDM intake on the JDM engine. Sure. So this is all cleaned up. The new gasket's on. We're gonna go ahead and slap this baby on. And I just got scared for some reason. I thought we were cleaning the wrong intake. For some reason, I looked over like, no. But yeah, that, and then started pulling the front end apart on this. Got the lights and bumper off. I'm gonna go ahead and start snapping the hood and fenders off of it, and getting stuff pulled away in here to get this all ready to go. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw this intake on, get it all torqued down and everything, and then we'll get the clutch on, throw the transmission on, and the engine should be ready. We'll pull it aside, and then we'll go ahead and tackle this project here. So we figured since we're gonna be painting the bay on all that, and it's gonna look nice and clean, we can't throw the intake on like this. So we're gonna go ahead and get it degreased and pressure washed and everything so it looks good while it's drying. Instead of throwing it back on, we'll just snap the clutch on and get the transmission put on. So we're a step closer to getting it ready to go. Clutch on. Now, transmission. Alright guys, so we got the clutch on. Right now we're gonna go ahead and get the transmission on it. So we're just putting the clutch fork and throwout bearing and everything on it so we can get it put on. And it take us about dry. We'll be slapping that on in a second and then keep going. So putting in work today, we're gonna get her done. Alright.
Get that, sir.
That's what I was saying. Alright, let's set this stuff down. 1, 2, 3. Let's lift this straight up.
Just straight up?
Mm-hmm.
There's no oil in it?
Oh shit!
It don't matter, huh?
It's leaking!
It don't matter, huh?
The dipstick's not in it. Guys, damn it.
Don't ever do this.
Take 2, guys. We made a mess, but
It's all
yellow.
his fault.
Yeah, it's all this engine's part. That's Japanese oil on this floor, guys. Just saying. Alright, see that big old mess we made? Trans is on. Yeet. We're gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up a little bit and we're gonna slap that intake on. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get the intake manifold slapped on. Put it in the hole. Orale. Oh yeah. That's pretty much that. So we're gonna get the intake on and everything. And this engine's pretty much ready to be slapped back in the car. But we got to do a bay. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and finish taking things apart on the front end of this car. Alright, so everything is on the engine. The engine is completely assembled and ready to go back in the car. We're just gonna go ahead and start tearing apart this front clip now. Just got a condenser out of it. So yeah, we're just gonna keep moving things and go from there so we can get it all cleaned up and painted. Alright, so I went ahead and pressure washed this to get all the heavy grime and everything off of it. We're gonna degrease it, let it sit on there for a little bit to get all the grease off so we can get that painted black so it looks nice and clean. We're gonna go ahead and start painting this stuff. We got the front end and everything off as much as we can. What sucks is we can't get the fenders off because the doors don't open up to get that top bolt that's on the fender. So we're just gonna pull them aside to get underneath it and then tape over the fenders so no paint gets on the fenders and stuff. But yeah, and then we're gonna pull the wiring all out the way, all that stuff, and get this all cleaned up as well so we get that prepped and ready for paint. Alright, so we got a longer hose on that now. We're gonna go ahead and start pressure washing this bay, getting this bay cleaned up and everything. And after that, we'll go ahead and tape up things. I haven't pulled anything away because I want to pressure wash all that stuff so everything comes out clean looking as well, because there's all this dirt and grime on this. Get these lines looking a little better, brake booster, all that stuff, you know. And then I'll move stuff away, wrap things, tape things I can't really disconnect, like brake lines and stuff. So, and then after that, we'll let it dry. Then we'll start painting this bay and everything. And if we get this bay painted today, and there's still enough daylight, we'll go ahead and start slapping this engine back into this thing. CG5, baby. Yeet. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this all degreased up and everything. We're just gonna pressure wash this baby right in here because these floors are dirty anyways, and it'll help clean the floors up. And then I'll just squeegee stuff out and clean up some after. But yeah, like I said, guys, if we can get this all cleaned up, degreased, and everything, and it dries fast enough, we can start painting it. And then if there's enough time, we'll throw this engine back in, because why not? So let's keep grinding. Alright, so we got the bay cleaned as best as we can. That stuff ain't coming off. We tried. We used the air chuck and everything to try and blow it all off, to dry it up the best we can. So this should be good. Got a few things out the way. We'll just spray around certain things and hope for the best, I guess. The ABS thing, one of the bolts is stripped out, so we can't get that out the way. So just gonna have to send it. But other than that, we're just gonna paint around things the best we can, move things out of our way, and we'll get her done, you know? So, yep. And also, it's hot. Yo, this place is a wreck. I'm pressure washing this thing in here.
Oh, let me get out the way.
Got dirty. But this little front piece here, I went ahead and did that. That's how we're gonna do the bay. Yeah, it's gonna be black with that little splatter on it. It's gonna look fire. Fire, fire, fuego, fuego. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and put y'all on a time lapse because I know y'all love watching time lapse of us getting things done. So let's get her done. Alright, so everything's all painted black. Now we're gonna go ahead and send it with the splatter. This thing's gonna look fire, fire. Let me know down in the comments what you all thinking. Cause you know this thing looking fresh right now with just this black on here. So let's lay down that splatter. Back to a time lapse we go. Alright, y'all, check it. Ooh, yeah. Looks good. I like it. Like that, huh? Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and spray some clear coat over it and let it dry a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and start assembling the front clip and everything and see where we go from there. Alright, guys, so there's the bay, clear coated and everything. Came out fire, fire! We got a lot of progress done on this thing today. This engine's pretty much ready to go in. The bay is done. Just gonna let it dry overnight completely. Come back tomorrow, and then we'll go ahead and get the engine back in this car. Hopefully we'll have it running tomorrow. That's the plan. So let's get cleaned up. And everything's all put away and packed up. That's that. The bay's done. Engine's assembled. Next, get the engine in it, get it back together and running, which shouldn't be too hard to do. Yeah. Let me know about the bay, guys. I know you guys like it. It came out fire. So you got a mess to clean in here after you get this car out of here. That's gonna be it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got a lot of progress done today on the CG5 Accord. You know. So, like always, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit that notification button so y'all get notified when we post. And we will catch you in the next one. Peace.